In this video, we'll go over navigating the ECO-0600 and general settings. The ECO-0600 is a Wi-Fi enabled geothermal control that can stage multiple heat pumps or chillers with a backup boiler. The control can handle single or dual tank systems with the ability to control domestic hot water. The ECO-0600 utilizes a full-color touchscreen display. On the main screen, you will see if the control is connected to a Wi-Fi network, and also if there is priority for heating or for cooling. You can view your hot or cold tank temperatures and the respective targets. If you have the control set up for just a single tank, you will see a single tank for heating or cooling on the screen. If there is a demand present for heating, the hot tank will be bordered with a red frame, and for cooling demand, the cold tank will be bordered with a green frame. Also on the main screen will be the current outdoor temperature and the domestic hot water temperature with its respective target. Now, on the top right-hand side of the screen will be the heat pumps. This will indicate how many heat pumps are being utilized in your system setup. When a heat pump is activated by a heating or cooling demand, the heat pump will light up. Below that is the reversing valve, which will light up if there is a cooling demand present. Beside the reversing valve is the backup boiler if you have one hooked up. You will be able to see if it is on or off. Now below those two, you will see the two pump outputs. And of course, if they are lit up, it means they are activated. And lastly, you can view if there are any demands present, such as a heating demand, a cooling demand, and/or a domestic hot water demand. Alright, let's navigate to the setup menu by pressing the menu tab in the very top right corner. Within the setup menu is a handful of other setups. First, let's go into the stage sequence setup. Here, you can link up to 4 other ECO-0600s together, giving the option to have a maximum total of 16 stages. Let's go back to the setup menu now. Next, in control status, you'll see the 2.4 GHz network your ECO-0600 is connected to. You can also see the Wi-Fi network signal strength as well. Now, in heat pump setup, you can select the number of heat pump stages you would like to control. The ECO-0600 can stage up to 4 stages per controller. Please note that on the primary ECO-0600 controller, you will need to input the total number of stages of your system. You can determine the on-off lag time between the heat pump stages. If you would like to rotate your heat pumps, you can do it by hourly time, or startup cycles. You can also turn on off staging as well. In tank setup, you can set up a single buffer tank or hot and cold tanks for dual systems. In the hot or cold tank setup, you can set the cold or warm weather shutdown. Also, you can operate your tank off of a single set point tank temperature all the time, or you can have the option to operate your hot or cold tank based off of outdoor temperature reset. You'll also find the maximum and minimum tank temperatures as well. Please see heat pump and backup setup video for more information. Okay, back in tank setup, let's go into domestic hot water tank. Here, you can set to use a DHW and then the target if you're using one, and lastly, the temperature differential. Okay, now the backup setup. You have a number of different options of how you'd like your backup boiler to turn on, whether it be time, temperature, or differential. Also, there is an option for backup only outdoor temperature and backup only tank temperature. Please see heat pump and backup setup video for more information. Now, let's check out the pump setup. you can select the operation for 2 pumps, which can be a system, heating, cooling, or DHW pump. There is also one called app, which is a manual demand from the SensorLinks app. We also have options for post-purge, start delay, and pump exercising. Okay, back at the setup menu, if we press on priority, we can switch the priority from heat to cool or auto. In auto, the control will automatically set the priority based off how close the outdoor temperature is to the warm weather or cold weather set point setting. In Wi-Fi setup, you can connect the control to any 2.4 GHz network. To learn how to do this, please watch our video, How to Connect an HBX Series 0600 control to a Wi-Fi network. Back to the setup menu, we can also set the ECO-0600 to have a permanent heating or cooling demand. This can be used instead of wiring an external demand to the control pins 7 and 8 for heating and pins 9 and 10 for cooling. Please note that your heat pumps will not turn on unless these permanent demands are turned on, or you have an external demand that is wired in and calling at that time. Let's click on Run Times. You can view your heat pump stage run times, as well as your backup boiler run times. Now, let's press on Time Setup. You can set the time and day of the week manually or auto, which will grab the information through your Wi-Fi connection. Of course, the control must be connected to a Wi-Fi network for this to work. And now lastly, in Eco Clock Setup. This will allow you to lock out your heat pumps and run only the backup boiler on a time schedule, which will allow you to save on energy and lower your utility bills during peak time periods. Thank you for watching Navigating the ECO-0600 and General Settings.